Welcome to another quality tutorial from SmartFoxServer in association with Pivot's Labs. In this video for the tutorial series for Godot, we will show you how to set up and use the SmartFox Client API object, establish a connection to the server, and log in. We will also show the lobby application, which can be used as a template in multiplayer game projects. To get started, go to the Godot Asset Store and download the SmartFox examples. The links are shown below in the description. This tutorial refers to the Connector and Lobby Basics multiplayer example projects. We will discuss the Connector example first and follow with the Lobby Basics project, building on what you have learned. The Connector project consists of a single scene with two control nodes. These represent the initial login view, and a generic main view acting as a placeholder for what comes after a successful login. On the login view, the user can enter their name and hit the button to connect to SmartFoxServer and execute the login process. This example features a single script component. A number of properties are exposed in the Editor's Inspector panel, shown here, allowing the configuration of the connection parameters and API logging behavior. If you do not see the script properties, you first need to click Build in the editor. Let's take a look at the code. The first relevant code portion of the connect method takes care of creating the SmartFox class instance and registers the event handlers required by the example. SmartFoxServer uses events, as you can receive messages at any time from the server or from other users. All the developer has to do is write the appropriate functions to manage the different situations that may occur. Here we register the handlers, also called listeners, for the most basic events dispatched by the API, those related to connection, login, and disconnection. In practice, when the client gets connected to the server, the onConnection method is called when the API completes the connection process, whether successfully or not, and the connection event is dispatched by the server. The event parameter is a success bool. If the connection is successful, in the client code, the login is attempted by calling the login method, and the onLogin is called. If an error has occurred, the login error event is dispatched, and the onLogin error method is called. Some of the possible errors are invalid zone name, invalid username, full zone, etc. The event parameter contains a message detailing the error message. Using the same procedure, when the client gets disconnected, the onConnection loss method is called. The last listener is on crypto in it, and this is discussed in the documentation about protocol encryption. A lobby is a staging area which players access before joining the actual game. In the lobby example, users can usually customize their profile, chat with friends, search for a game to join or launch a new game, invite friends to play, and more. Unlike the connector example, the lobby project separates the logic into 3 scenes. This simplifies the scene hierarchy, but each scene cannot be totally standalone, because they all need to interact with SmartFoxServer to accomplish their tasks, and the client should establish a single communication channel. In order to achieve this, we use a singleton class we called Global Manager, which keeps a reference to the only instance of the SmartFox class used by all scenes to communicate with the server. This script is attached to a control node in a separate scene and has been added to the Autoload tab in Project Settings, as shown here, allowing it to be available to all scenes within the project. In addition to the event listeners added in the connector example, the Lobby Manager includes room and user listeners. These are utilized in the same way. An event is fired by the server, transmitted to the client, and the corresponding method is called. For example, when a room is added, the onRoomAdded method is called, which adds the room to the list, and in turn calls the addGameListItem method. The room created has the attributes set in the onStartGame button click method. These settings include the room type, the name, maximum users, etc. See the documentation for more detail. The lobby example also implements a basic public chat, allowing both players and spectators exchange public messages. Private messages to specific users can also be sent, and you can also allow the player to create a buddy list and perform matchmaking for their game skill level. There are 2 further Godot example projects showing how to achieve this. To continue with this tutorial series for Godot, go to the Godot Asset Store and download the SmartFox examples. The links are shown below in the description of this video. Check out our online documentation at SmartFoxServer.com. Here you will find resources and other tutorials, not only for Godot, but other supported client platforms. You will also find a detailed written tutorial for this video, as well as extensive documentation for the following tutorials in this series for Godot using SmartFoxServer.